Hey everybody, Wendy Clinky with Blue Cat Studio. Welcome to yet another episode. There we go. That's what it is of the Advent Ornament Challenge. Today we're going to do a very simple snowflake because it's late and it's been, I don't know, y'all probably need something quick and easy too. So we're beginning with ultramarine blue on our palette. And if you have a paint pen, I would highly recommend using a paint pen. We're going to give just this entire surface a quick blue coating. In fact, look at that. It's a little bit thin. We're going to give it a quick several blue coatings. No big deal. Just going to get that blue in there. Hi, Holly. You know, you got me thinking about doing like a Snickers memorial ornament. She came up with a really cute design. So I don't know if I'll save that for the makeup day 12, since that was her day, or if I'll just do that separately, because probably not everybody wants to do a cat with wings, but definitely thinking that would be a fun one to do. So I'm just working the blue paint into the wood. Now, oftentimes some of the other ornaments, the grain has been up and down, but on this particular one, the grain is side to side. So I'm trying to keep the strokes for working that background color, side to side to go with the grain. And I think yeah, there we go. It's pretty solidly coated. This is ultramarine blue. It's a beautiful, deep, deep blue. I love this color. And let's go ahead and give it a quick dry so that we can either do a second coat or do our snowflake. So y'all know I'm kind of a little bit horrible at drawing snowflakes. So we're going to try a method here to see if we can't pull it off mostly anyway. And I love snowflakes, so, it's kind of like this catch-22. All right, I'm going to do one more coat of blue just so that I get a little bit more evenness. I do like seeing the grain. And Holly says, good idea. Oh, yeah, day 12 is very, very fitting because she was an original blue cat. Yep. Well, the reason I, wasn't able to do day 12. Anyway, okay, enough about that. Getting my kids ready all afternoon to go on a big ski the Northeast trip and trying to find all the gear. So now we're finally here. Yay! If you're joining us, say hi. Let me know where you're from, or where you are now currently. I'm in Northern Virginia, just south of Washington, D.C. Just getting a little late. Oh, water. We need a rinse brush. Okay, so we're done with the blue now. Go ahead and offload the excess paint on some scrap paper if you have it, or just rinse the whole thing in your paint water. Sorry, that's really loud, isn't it? Crazy. And then after you are done rinsing, squeeze the excess water off with your paper towel. That's just going to preserve your brush a little bit longer. And yeah, we're pretty good and dry. Okay, I'm going to find my pencil here. I'm going to attempt to sketch this first. All right, so we're going to find kind of dead center. And the beauty of the pencil, while it's going to be hard for you guys to see, it has a light shimmer so I can see it. So I've got that. I'm going to draw an X. If my center is here, I'm going to go slightly off center. Here we go. Because I always feel like snowflakes look better when they're kind of slightly tilted. So I've got an X there. You can't really see it, but I'll go over it real quick. And then I cross that X. So let's do this with a paint pen because I can generally get way better, faster results. If you don't have medium point paint or acrylic paint pens, they're fantastic. This is a water-based 2 or 3 millimeter point from Artistro. It's just an Amazon thing. I do love these ones a lot. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to connect those lines there. Now you can also do this with a brush. No big deal. But for something like this, I'm thinking that maybe just using a paint pen, if you're having a day, if you're not going to paint this one today, you save this one for a day when you're not feeling it, or you're tired, or you're low energy. Okay, then we're going to do shorter lines, kind of bisecting each of these triangles, just like so. All right. And then we'll do like a little circle at the top of each of these lines. In fact, we'll try and do a little circle on these guys too. I always struggle with snowflakes because sort of no matter how hard I try, or I guess I should just say I don't try hard enough, I feel like I can never quite get it symmetrical. So it always looks just like a little bit like wonky and off, but whatever. It's still cool, right? Okay. So then I'm going to take so on the shorter little fronds, sticks, poles, whatever they are, I'm going to just kind of create these sort of curvy lines to start to fill in a little bit and add a little bulk to the heart or center core of that snowflake. And again, these would be completely cattywampus if I didn't do those lines in the first place. And then we'll maybe do like a single little arm off of each of these short guys, although clearly some of them are different lengths, so I could get away with multiple arms. Got a stray hair there making a mess. That is one thing you need to be cautious of if you're going to use a paint pen. Sometimes they get these little hair thingies and will drag paint in places you don't intend them to be. Whoops, but it's okay. And then we'll do like two big ones kind of attached to this guy and on the long ones. And, think of this as just kind of a oops. All right. Do you know what I just did there? I tried to push instead of pull. Things go much smoother in the art world when you pull instead of push. So this is just a basic, simple pattern. Oh, that guy came out mostly okay. All right. I didn't completely fail. That's good because snowflakes are rough for me. So the one thing though with a paint pen is I notice how you have dark, or not dark, but like really opaque spots and then a handful of fairly non-opaque spots. So we'll just give it a quick blast, of course, to get it dry, and then come in and do a second coat just to kind of even it out. All right, so again, just kind of coming straight down. And one of the reasons I love this design is because it is simple, it's fast, and just imagine how many different versions of this you could do. Like if you just wanted like all snowflakes, or like, cool picture snowflake, and you wanted to alternate them because maybe you only like half the designs I come up with, which by the way, that's fine. Everybody has their own taste. You could add a whole bunch of these kind of as fillers. You could do them with like hot pink background, a lime green background, red, of course, blue, turquoise. I mean, you could really kind of do the whole shebang. Like a snowflake series. I think that would be fun. And for most of you who've actually ordered these, like your kit comes with 50 ornaments. So it's not like you don't have some options there to do extras. So I'm definitely thinking I'm going to play with my extras when I'm on vacation. Any of you guys taking any downtime or getting some time to yourselves during the holiday break between Christmas and New Year's? I'm really looking forward to some downtime. Of course, I'm going to be painting up a storm, I hope. I'm going to take all my gear on the road and be like, all right, we're making the thing. But just the idea of sleeping in, being lazy, sitting and watching movies if I want to, curling up with a book on the couch, just, allowing sort of the heart, the mind, the soul, everything to come reset. Okay. So that's really a very simple, basic snowflake. I mean, boom, we're mostly done. I'm going to give it a quick blast. Now, if you didn't have a paint pen, again, you could totally do this with a brush. It would take you a bit longer, and you're going to just have to be a little bit more meticulous. But that's not a bad quick ornament when you're feeling pressed for time or pressure or whatever, and you want to do something cool, but you don't have it in you. And so the other rule of thumb when doing these kind of things is snowflakes generally come in 6s. So again, I use the paint pen. You could also just use like the titanium white. I use the Deco Art Americana Snow. Really like that one. Oh, but let's do some glitter because glitter. So just grabbing a little squeeze. And this is the Craft Smart glitter paint from Michaels. It's Crystal. I say that every time. I just can't help myself. I love the way it sounds. Crystal. Just grabbing a round brush. And the beauty of the glitter, because it does dry clear, is I can just kind of roughly, as in not meticulously, just kind of blop it over like wherever I've got white. And it's going to give that feeling of shimmer. And if it's a little over, that's fine because it's just glimmering. You could, in fact, coat the entire thing, but I do want some of that really rich blue with kind of a low sheen finish to pop out from the background. So I'm just focusing the glitter bits in the middle. So as I put it on, of course, it looks a little bit cloudy and weird, but all that cloudiness does go away and it drives crystal clear with beautiful like aurora borealis iridescent glitter particles in there. I love this stuff. And this particular brand, it's kind of it's on the inexpensive side. The particles are especially small, which I really like because they kind of don't block the overall design. Whereas if you have really huge chunks of glitter, sometimes they kind of occlude your main topic there. So of course, once you've got, oh my gosh, I'm kicking everything, the glitter on your stuff and you're done, rinse it, especially rinse it because you can't see it on your brush and you're more likely to forget about it and ruin your brush. And then we can give it a little blast. And of course, then we got to take the tape off and paint the gold top. But sometimes it's fun to give this a little bit of a kick with a heat gun just for instant gratification, so we can actually see the glitter starting to come through. Ooh, all right. It's showing at one angle. Can you guys see it? Not really. No. Oh, Holly says, girl, do you even know how to be lazy? Yeah, I do. When I have time. Which is why I go to Lisa's house, because I'm lazy at my sister-in-law's house. It's fantastic. All right, it still has a little ways to go for drying. But that's okay. Take the tape off. It'll get most of the way just while we're sitting here. Where did I put my square brush? Here it is. Grabbing it. And then again, this is like pretty much a dead bottle, but I'm like, oh, but there's still paint in there. So I just stick the brush in and pull it out, and we kind of gold this guy up. Silver would also look cool, but I'm trying to stay consistent so that each of the ornaments is a beautiful gold top. That way they all look like they belong together. So this does need a little bit more drying time for the glitter. But if you haven't seen the whole collection, give me just like half a second here, or maybe 3 seconds, whatever it takes to kind of grab my little board, my little vision board. See if I can slide it in here under the cameras without making a disaster. So here we go. There's like so many of them. Oh, I got all this stuff in the way. I need a bigger office. Well, I guess that's about all I can show. But there's a whole bunch of them. I thought the flamingo that we did yesterday was crazy fun. He makes me laugh so much. I mean, look at these guys. These are fun and funny and hilarious. And like just, we're kind of doing our own style thing. But we can't see the flamingo. He's my favorite. All the things. The owl. All right, well, you guys got the idea. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun doing this. Again, this time we did really keep it kind of short and sweet and easy. And here's our fun. Come on, Shimmer, where are you at? There it is. Shimmery ornament. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. And hopefully this weekend we'll finally get my head above air so we can do a makeup for day 12. All right, have a good one, guys. Love you all. See you tomorrow.